Hi, everyone. It's Shannon Elhart, and I'm really excited to be leading you through another guided meditation. So, just as a reminder, just sit comfortably, relax your body, and we're going to be focusing on breath, which is what you most often focus on when you're meditating. In fact, there's a saying that says, return to breath. So, whenever you're meditating and your mind wanders, you return to breath. Today, we're going to continue on something similar that we did yesterday. Yesterday, we were inhaling what we want and really trying to envision that and tap into our senses. And so maybe inhaling peace or total health, um, or even a solution to a problem that you're having. And today we're going to exhale what we do not want. And this is another great practice to do when you're just needing to release something that you're holding on to. Maybe you're feeling very stressed or worried, or maybe it's a specific issue that's on your mind. When we cling to something and we try to figure it out, or we try to be relaxed, or we try to not be worried, often in that attempt, especially if it's at all frenzied or has some energy of panic or disbelief, it actually just exasperates the problem. So, what I'd like you to do is think of something that you want to release from your life. It could be something that you just want to release from today, or maybe something that you're going to repeat the same thing, the same topic for many days until you feel some release. So, I'm just going to go with anxiety, the concept of anxiety and worry, which at the time of this, meditation, it's in the midst of the pandemic, and there's a lot of anxiety and worry going on throughout the world. So when you choose your thing that you want to release on every exhale, again, I want you to try to personify it in some way. You could create imagery that goes along with that concept that you're releasing, or even just a color. Maybe stress and anxiety, the color that comes up is kind of a burnt orange. Then you could imagine that you're exhaling that color. But what you want to add to this vision is have it moving away from you and have your body relaxing with each exhale as though you are receiving that which you want, which is releasing what you don't want. So you're receiving the release of that. So let's get started. We're going to do 11 minutes like we always do, because that time has proven to release or reduce cortisol, which is the stress hormone. So let's get started. So begin by focusing on being comfortable, whatever that means for you. Maybe it's seated cross-legged or full lotus, or your legs straight out. Maybe you're on a chair, a couch, or the floor, or a cushion. Remember, you don't want to hold on to rules with meditation, because that will limit you and make you feel like you're doing it wrong, which could result in you stopping your meditation practice. There really isn't a right and wrong way. If you can sit comfortably, focus on your breathing, relax, and realize that you're going to have thoughts pop up because you're human, then you're doing a great job. So you're seated comfortably, and then scan through your body from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Make sure that everything is relaxed. Some key areas are our eyes. If you're having your eyes closed, they can just be closed tight, or I'm sorry, not tightly. They can just be relaxed and closed gently. Another key area is your jaw, your shoulders, strangely, your hands. We can hold fists and tension in our hands. So just run your attention, be that awareness running down your body. Sometimes I like to imagine that I'm standing under a waterfall and that it's falling very slowly and that it's very warm. It's the perfect temperature. And it's just running down from my head, down my face and the back of my head, my neck and my shoulders, down my arms and my torso, down my legs, all the way down to my toes. And it's just as it's moving, it's relaxing my body. And then bring your awareness to your breath. There's no magic way of breathing. It's just awareness. It's what feels right for your body. And what I often say is after you inhale, let the oxygen rest in your lungs for a moment or two, if that feels good for you. And then after you exhale, let your lungs rest empty for a moment or two, also if that feels good for you. This just gives us a chance to slow down our breathing to a rate that our body mostly desires, 6 or 7 breaths a minute. It lets that oxygen be with us a little bit longer. It just lets your lungs not work so continuously hard. So focus on that for just a moment. And then before we got started, I asked you to think of something that you want to release from your life. Emotions are especially powerful if you're feeling stress, anxiety, worry, overwhelm, anger, sadness, jealousy, any emotion that's feeling uncomfortable for you. Or it could be more of an event in your life. Maybe there's a problem that you're thinking about a lot and you can't seem to find the solution. Sometimes when we release that trying to find the solution part, the solution can show up much more easily. And now, as you're continuing to focus on your breathing, when you exhale, imagine exhaling that which you want to let go. My example was stress and worry. So you can imagine that you're exhaling that stress and worry, or whatever you've chosen, of course. And you can do this in any way. You can see the words floating out of your mouth. You could give it a color and see it floating away like a smoke or a mist with that color. You could give it some other form. And every time you exhale, see it leaving you farther and farther. You can imagine it floating off into the sky. And every time you exhale and you release that which you don't want, relax your body a little bit more too. I'm going to leave you in silence for a couple minutes. You're doing a great job. We have only a couple more minutes. But while you continue to exhale what you do not want to experience today, I want to remind you of the power of this practice. Our subconscious mind is so powerful. It always knows the answer. It can't take a joke, which always makes me smile. It's very literal. It can always guide you to find the path that you're looking for, the answer that you desire. But the subconscious mind is greatly impacted by your conscious mind. So as you're seeing what you do not want leaving you, you're releasing that. But to make it more powerful, make sure that when you get up from this time of meditation that you keep your mind focused on the opposite of that. So with my example of stress and worry, I can focus the rest of my day, my thoughts on being relaxed, confident, assured, optimistic. If something enters my awareness, say I turn on the news or catch something on the internet that's negative, and it brings up some fear, some anxiety, I can return to I'm remaining at peace today. I let the stress and the worry float away, and I'm going to remain confident and optimistic. And speak to yourself in that way. Remember that you released it. You're not going to entertain that which you released anymore today. You're giving yourself that break. You're giving yourself permission to not be that which you let go of. And that's a really powerful practice for your conscious mind to impact your subconscious mind, which is going to determine your experience of today. So we've gone beyond 11 minutes by a little bit. Good job. And as I always say, tune into your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit right now. What's different for you than 12 or so minutes ago? Take a few more deep breaths and realize that how you're feeling now can be brought with you throughout the rest of the day. Even if you have a big surprise happen that causes some real discomfort, you can let the discomfort sit for a while and then say, I'm going to return to that peace, relaxation, and calm that I had earlier today. Because the truth is, even if something big happens that causes you upset, something you have to figure out or cope with or move through, you will do a better job of figuring out, coping with, or moving through when you're in a state of being more grounded, more at peace. So, if you're ready to stop the meditation, of course, you can continue on without me if you would like. Otherwise, slowly open your eyes, move your body a bit. You can clench your fists and relax them, and move your neck and your head around, and your shoulders. Do some shoulder rolls. A couple more deep breaths. Bring yourself back into your environment. You've done a great job, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And this practice of releasing, breathing out, exhaling what we do not want to experience is really powerful, especially paired with thinking, your conscious mind thinking about the opposite, that what you really do want. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow.